Good morning, Markley Motors. This is Chris Murray with David Lewis & Associates. Absolutely a pleasure to be addressing you today. I hope your day is starting out as well as mine. Mine's fantastic. I got to tell you, if asked, I would say that my day, if it were any better, my wife would be suspicious, or my boss would drug test me, or fake it till you make it. You can't win by making other people sad, and that's kind of what the topic is we want to talk about today. Just very quickly, I wanted to address a few things with you. I wanted to spend just a few minutes and address this topic because it's difficult and it's challenging, yet it's absolutely critical to our collective success. And it's about workplace negativity. Negativity is as corrosive as acid. It can destroy a day, a career, and a dealership if it's left undetected and untreated. I know. You can look around the room and see all kinds of negative people, like that guy that's right next to you over there, that guy across the table, or that manager, or what about those nattering nabobs of negativity in service? By the way, I took that from Richard M. Nixon for you young people. Well, Markley Motors, the doctor's in, and that's Dr. Murray, and it's time for a checkup from the neck up. Let's perform a little self-examination to see if we ourselves are practitioners of negativity. There are 8 basic symptoms of negativity, and if we test positive for even one, well, then we've got some serious work to do. I have no desire to help you. Well, that's a guy that's saying that's not my job. You and your problem don't matter to me at all. That's not my job. Think about that kind of a response, that you're so insignificant, so unimportant, that what is bothering you doesn't bother me. We're not on a team anymore. Now it's just all about me. Nobody with symptom number 1 wants to spend a lot of time with that person. Symptom number 2, this person thinks that they've already paid their dues. This is Mr. Glory Days. This is the person that always tells you about back in the day when he or she was coming up. And as a result, he has no need to partake in getting any better, no need to partake in making the dealership a better place to be. If you think about it, he's saying, I really don't care about you because I've already paid my dues. Now you need to pay your dues. Your dues mean making my life better, but means that I'm not going to participate. That's symptom number 2. It's no different than just pouring battery acid on a fine piece of furniture. It's going to ruin your day. Symptom 3, this person feels that their experience is enough and that the employer and their coworkers should back off. This person's very impressed with themselves, and they have no respect for the abilities of others. They will not take part in product knowledge training. They refuse to adopt new skills and generally badmouth anything that's new because somehow they have enough experience. I don't need this. You know, I hear this as I train around the country, and typically it comes from someone that's selling 5, 6, or 7 cars a month. I would say, if I were your employer, that yes, you do need this. You need all of it. If you're at the top of the board, you're making money and having fun, well, then I might agree. You probably don't need this, but you're probably one that's paying the most attention. Typically, the best performers are not negative at all. So symptom number 3, they feel their experience is enough to get the job done. Symptom 4, they lead the meeting after the meeting. This guy or gal immediately shoots off their mouth when their manager is safely out of earshot, of course. All right, they have courage when no one's around. Somehow they always know better than the dealer and the managers that came up with the idea. Think about this. The dealership might have $15 million worth of cars, $10 million worth of real estate and tools and equipment, furniture, and all these other things. It's an ongoing concern for 75, 85, or even 95 years in some cases. And somehow this person that sells 5 or 6 cars a month is the one that actually knows what's going on. That's very corrosive. It affects so many people around. It makes it for a bad day for everybody. Symptom 5, they love to gossip. Gossip is a simple one. Unconstrained conversation about other people involving details that are not confirmed as true. It's called a sin for a reason. How does it help anybody? Gossip is a terrible thing. And think about it. As a team member, how do I feel when I leave for the day? If I spent the day gossiping with you about somebody and then I leave, I know that, well, I'm probably not safe from the gossip either as soon as I'm gone. So there's this sense of unsureness, there's this sense of not belonging, and then eventually there's a sense of not wanting to come to work anymore. Gossip is very destructive indeed. Symptom number 6, they use peer pressure to hold winners back. You remember that bright-eyed, bushy-tailed new salesperson? They come into work ready to conquer the car business, and then this guy attacks relentlessly. It might be guy or guys. He ridicules, impugns, and degrades anyone that's willing to work to learn to succeed beyond where he is or where the herd is. The herd mentality is a very dangerous thing. It's a very dangerous thing indeed because typically the herd is full of low performers, moderate performers at best. They're in the herd. This person's trying to get beyond that. They're trying to make more of themselves, And they really don't have that opportunity because the herd attacks. They're outnumbered. I don't know how many brilliant careers have been destroyed by this type of attitude. Symptom number 6, they use peer pressure to hold winners back. Symptom 7, they rush to grab the glory. This is the guy that refused to take part in something because it was doomed to fail. And he told you that this will never work. These things never work. It's been my experience, so on and so forth. But as soon as it succeeds, he's the first in line to grab the credit for the success. I wouldn't even want to have a beer with this guy, let alone have to work with him every day. I mean, I could only imagine how difficult that would be. Symptom 7, somebody that rushes to grab the glory. Symptom number 8, we have to spend a little bit more time on because managers, this involves you. In fact, I blame you as managers. Please don't leave the room. Hear me out. All right? Remember, I'm a doctor. I slept at a Holiday Inn last night. All right, so this is the one about rushing to throw other people under the bus. This character does nothing all day but lay in wait for someone to screw up. They pounce as soon as somebody does, and they run around and they tell anyone in management that will listen to the mistake or mistakes that are made by the coworker. Now think about this for a minute. Sound, as we learned in physics class, has 2 components. Number 1 in sound is the transmitter. Number 2 is the receiver. If you eliminate either one of those, you eliminate sound. In this case, it works true with throwing other people under the bus. It works this way with gossip. It works this way with tattling. Even with my own kids, the ones who got punished were the tattlers. Never those that they were tattling on, because I didn't want kids running to me and telling me what was going on. I really didn't do a lot different in the dealership. I learned that if I listened to gossip, if I listened to people throwing other people under the bus, if I allowed for that, then it just continued to go on. So managers, you are enabling tattletales. You are enabling people that throw other people under the bus. Let's not do that. Remember, if you eliminate the transmitter or you eliminate the receiver, then you eliminate the problem. Please keep that in mind. Now that concludes our checkup from the neck up. Now you might have diagnosed yourself with one or more of these symptoms and realized that you've got some work to do. Negativity and practitioners of negativity can eventually destroy a business. They can very quickly destroy someone's career and always ruin our day, every day. No business, team, or individual can withstand negativity for very long at all. Now some advice from my mom. Spend your entire day making other people smile, laugh, and feel good about themselves, and you'll have the best day every day. Thank you, Mom. I love that one. I appreciate the time and attention that you devoted to this, and as always, thank you for listening.